Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Depending on where you are in the United States, depending on where you are in the world. It's your boy Robbie J of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Here with my co-host Nick Howard, the resident fan list. What's going on, bro?
What's good, homie? How the Rum fam doing today, man? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been. I was literally just about to say that. It has been a long ass time, man. We didn't really. We ran right into the show, just getting some things set up. But we're here. We're here. Let's see. Shout out to Daniel up in the chat. What's good, Nathaniel? Thank you for joining. Triple M. What it do? What it do? The GMM Network. My guy Bogart. What's good, bro? We got a show lined up for you guys, but I mean, you started going into how you've been, bro. What's quarantine life been treating you like? I mean, it's been a minute since we've had you on.
It's been shit, man. Not sitting in exile, dude. I've been drinking a lot of booze. Trying to move around, been getting stir crazy in my house and just constantly cleaning shit and just playing musical chairs with fucking shit in my house. Been going through a lot of booze.
Dude, I feel that. Shall we take a shot?
Fuck yeah, dude. I already got it ready.
Fuck yeah. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the rum boys and girls. What it do? Dilly dilly.
Woo. What you drinking now?
Captain Morgan spiced rum.
Man.
Got the bottle downstairs because me and my wife were drinking a bottle at a time.
Yeah.
We got a couple of bottles, so we're just taking. We go through them one at a time. It used to be she'd have her own fucking bottle. I'd have my own bottle. I'd have my own beers. Now it sucks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been bad with the drinking. Literally, got this at 10 a.m. today.
You should have got this at 10 a.m. today. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, it should be a pretty fucking late show today. If I gotta grab another shot or two, I'll run downstairs. Pour me another one. Y'all know how I do.
It's been a minute since I've seen you. Go get that shot. Get it right now.
He said, "Go get that shot right now." Hold on, we're gonna go ahead and take that shot while Ron, Mr. Motocross 2020, tells us what happened to YouTube, and then we're gonna dive right into the show.
What up, Ron? How you doing, homie? Saw Nate was in there. Saw Triple M was in there. What's good? The GMN. I think that's your homie. I forget his name already. My bad, dog. But how you been, man? If it's a 49er fan. How's everybody's quarantine been? Has it been goofy for you guys? Your city shut down?
All righty, let's do this. I poured an extra one, so I'll have to run down and grab the extra one.
There you go.
So let's dive into the first topic. Y'all know how we got to do. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the rum boys and girls. What it do? Dilly
Dilly
fuck.
Hung. Good to see you, bro.
Quarantine Radio. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Sportscaster at Rumboyz spelled a Z N-E-T. Woo! Woo! On Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit us up, rumboyz.com. We are also recording on Spotify, Apple, Google. Leave us a 5-star review. First question of the Rum Report. UFC 249 goes from Ferguson, Khabib, to now Ferguson versus Gaethje. How do you feel about this alteration, and is it worth it to happen not in front of fans?
I mean, I think regardless in front of fans or not, it needs to happen because like we're all, man, struggling with no sports right now. And like let's face, like we're all grown. Like I don't know too many people that watch WWE anymore. I used to be into it, but like that's not the thing. And you know, I love combat sports in UFC. Like we need that. Like, we need this. But like about that actual fight, man, I'm actually kind of like really disappointed because in my opinion, Khabib didn't do himself any favors. Like, you know, like I know it was like supposed to be in like Abu Dhabi or like Dubai or like something like that, like the actual fight. He flew out there, he like waiting for like talks and all the contracts to get signed, and then he went back to Russia. He kind of like played himself and made him look like a fool by going back to Russia because now everybody's saying he's like dodging the fight, and I think gives more credit and credence to that saying he's dodging the fight because it's like, dude, it's the 4th time around now. It's like, and 5th time around, and this fight still hasn't gone on. So like, I'm really disappointed in it, and you already know how I feel about Khabib. Like, respect him for his record and how he is as a technical fighter, but I really feel like 10, 12 of his fights were actually against like the best guy or the guy that actually deserves and was worthy of that shot at that time, and the rest of them were just kind of paper fights that he could just manhandle and get a dub. But I'm disappointed in it. Like I think Gaethje is gonna have a shot, but I still think it's Ferg, and I was even going with Ferg if it was first him or Khabib.
Yeah, now this definitely does sway my decision over to Ferguson. There's no way in hell that I'm picking a guy who just woke up one day and fucking takes this fight that's gonna happen in front of no fans in a undisclosed location, and we're gonna get into the ins and outs of that undisclosed location throughout the show. As a matter of fact, I'll just bring it the fuck up now. Possibly happening on tribal lands is what the New York Times is reporting from some information that they have gathered, which is just another way of Dana White trying to find loopholes and get around things. Me personally, I've been saying it the past few episodes, Dana White, you should have canceled this event just like the rest of the world canceling their events. I get that you want to be the saving grace to still be able to provide people entertainment. I do, because people are going to lose their fucking minds in this corona confinement climate. I can't do it as good as you do, Bogart. I don't do it justice, but he knows what I'm trying to refer to.
That's the homie's name. I knew it was the same fan. What's up, Bogart?
But no, man, shout out to the GMM Network. Make sure you guys subscribe. They're part of Rumboyz team. Nah, dude. I felt like he should have canceled it. He looked like a fucking a wild ass fucking squirrel, like just running around like I gotta make the fight.
No, but like, dude, I do understand it though. Like, you gotta look at it like why do we love fighting, man? Like, because it does something for us. Like it's like that's like this, like that's the sport now. Like I feel like, yeah, like all these ones are big, but like I love my combat sports. Like boxing's kind of dead. UFC is it, and we don't have sports right now, dude. Like shit's boring, man. Like shit is boring. Like I don't know if you watch any like networks like talking about like the draft or like stuff like that. Like they're coming up with bullshit stories just to fill an hour slot. And like where we're at right now with sports is just boring. Like I actually kind of like, I don't agree with a lot that Dana White does, but I love the fact that like he is still trying to keep something going for like all of us and our fucking sanity.
Yeah. Like, and let's also look at it like this. This is a sport where motherfuckers get locked in a cage on some Maximus Aurelius gladiator type shit. Okay, the only thing that's missing from the UFC is trap doors where tigers jump out from the mat and try and claw their way at the fucking fighters. That's the only thing that's missing. This is a 2020 gladiator sport. So if there is going to be a sport that is going to entertain us during this lockdown period, this quarantine period, it fucking might as well be two grown men beating the shit out of each other, and women. We ain't forget you, ladies.
Yeah, dude, the lady fights where it's at, man. Those
What
are
up,
real scraps, man.
What up, Rachel Stovich? Get at me.
Shooting your shot again. No, but I think it's smart business-wise for Dana to be making that pitch to being like the one sport, because it's not 12-on-12 basketball, people being out there. It's not, a 25, 40-man roster of baseball and spring training and like going through all that. It's not, 53 guys or whatever. I think it was upgraded to 60 for the next year, but like 100 guys out on the field, like playing a sport. It's just two guys in a cage. Like,
yeah.
And it's a sport. So like we get to see a sport, and it's only two people risking, corona, as opposed to 100 on a football field.
Yeah, I mean, and if there, like I said, if there was any sport like the gladiators back then, there was no fucks given. Royalty was just like, feed them. Yeah. Are you not entertained? Like,
yeah, dude, give the people what they want, man.
Yeah, if there's any sport in 2020 with the image to do this, it's the UFC. It's the UFC. Now, there is another side to this story, and we do got to bring it up in a way. There are concerns about, and I want to make sure that I clear this up, okay? Because in the past week, one of my biggest pet peeves has been people spreading misinformation. There are people that are concerned that, oh, well, if that event goes down, what about the medical professionals, the doctors that got to be there to, take care of the fighters with the cuts and da-da-da-da. Let me just remind people now. Those are cut professionals. Those are, usually like physicians and shit like that. Doctors that are ringside there are completely voluntary, and they want to be there at that event, and they want to work that event.
Yeah. And can I just say, too, just touch on that. Like, I was actually going to bring that up, man. Shout out to all the, first responders and healthcare professionals and, all the people that are working essential jobs right now. We need you. And, a crazy stat that I saw the other day is, 1/3 almost of all healthcare professionals already have been exposed, already have corona. So it's shit's getting a little crazy with that. And hey, if they want to put that risk out there, I'm sure they're fans of the sport too, and they want to see these fights happen, and they want some sort of sense of normalcy. Let the show go on and let these two duke it out and kick the shit out of each other.
Exactly.
Hey, I do, because you already did pour the other one, and I'm a bad influence on people. Let's do a shot for essential workers and healthcare professionals and first responders and shit right now.
For the essential workers! Yo, for real though, it does. I'm counting how many seconds it takes you to pour a shot. That is the slowest fucking pour I have ever seen a grown man tilt a bottle. You're like, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm tripping. I ain't bartending. I'm at home in my basement. I'm chill vibes and kicking it. I ain't trying to be fast.
This is true.
I don't gotta impress nobody. It's just me in my basement.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. I like it.
I did pour that shot faster than you though. You can't give an Irish guy whiskey and think that you're not gonna drink them.
There's a lag. But
there's a lag.
Not impressing anyone. I think it's pretty fucking hilarious that since my wife is working from home, she just wakes up, goes into her office / my son's room in the morning, and I'll go in, I'll peek on her, just to check on her, and she's sitting there taking fucking corporate business calls for a company that I will not name to protect her job in fucking pajamas. Like fucking pajamas, hair all fucked up. Like I'm like, we think, I'm like, your customers are thankful that they ain't gotta see, everything. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this proposed fight island for Dana White. So Dana White, he has stated the first original source that this came out on was TMZ. And I had to first ask myself, is this real? But then, like any TMZ story, click on it, and I want to see, is the person that they're talking about actually speaking to them themselves? Because then that's a direct source. That's a B2B. It doesn't matter the fact that it's TMZ at the moment. There's no discrediting the fact that the words came from the person's mouth. This motherfucker's on some Mortal Kombat shit, Nick. Mortal Kombat!
Fatality.
Bro, when I heard this shit, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, all right, 2020 is officially being written by Michael Bay at this point. I'm just waiting for like explosions to just happen, like all cool. Like when I'm walking out my house, getting ready to walk my dog, just an explosion happens. It's like, yep, 2020 is definitely a fucking movie. Because, bro, Fight Island. What do you think of this? And is this or is this not somehow breaking some fucking law somewhere, bro?
Dude, I like the idea. That shit would be slick, man. Nate, no, you can't. Nate. Nate. I love Nate. You decided to get out drink me? No.
Nah.
And we'll be doing some push-ups later tonight in Discord.
I'm down. Finish him. But no, dude, like this shit, like, so when I heard this and when he said it, by the way, did you see him on Get Up this morning?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Dana White literally ripped a fucking page out of Marshawn Lynch's media book. Greeny is a damn good reporter, right? I just want everyone to know that. I respect the hell out of you, Greeny. You're good at your fucking job. But the fact that Greeny could not dig up the exact location for UFC 249, could not dig up any information on this private island. This is not, again, not a discredit to Greeny's ability as an interviewer. We all know. It's damn good. But how the fuck, man? I think Dana White definitely knows that he has found loopholes and he's not trying to say anything to incriminate himself, because the way that he's about to hold these fights and sanction these fights outside the Nevada Gaming Commission, he's probably about to start losing business in other places.
Partially, but he's about to get a whole new wave of business because what he's doing is smart, man. Like right now, he is at the eye of the storm, sports and optical wise, like being the only one that's still carrying on business and day-to-day operations. Like, it's smart. He's gonna rub some the wrong way, but it's also gonna bring in a new wave. And even people that aren't necessarily into UFC, like with nothing going on now, they're gonna watch it because it's a thing going on. Like you're gonna have people that don't buy pay-per-view, that don't, like old boxing fans of other sports, even females, even ladies that just are gonna have like little get-togethers, like 2-3 people fucking hanging out. Homies are gonna meet up for a little quarantine pay-per-view watch, and they're gonna fucking order the fight. You're gonna bring in like a different set of audience because of where we're at right now with this pandemic.
So, do we know at the moment has the UFC came out because Dana White, per his words, in both TMZ and then on Get Up this morning, he has purely stated that it's going to be on ESPN. I'm wondering with these changes, and this is one side of the story that I have not investigated until now that we bring it up. I'm going to try and do some research here while we're on air. Is he taking this from ESPN Plus just to ESPN? Which I think is
smart, man. It would be a Joyner Lucas like, I'm going to put my album out for free and it's fucking fire. and there's no fillers and shit on it. Pretty much just like a watch and enjoy people. And he's going to bring over some fans and some audience by doing something like that. But you know for a fact that it's going to be ESPN, ain't going to be a pay-per-view whatsoever.
I'm checking now. So they are still marketing this as a pay-per-view. He is still going to push this as a pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. It is not going to be shifted. It is not going to be shifted. I know there were some talks of whether or not it was going to be shifted. As of this given moment here on the 8th, the fight takes place 8 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday, April 18th, or I believe 8 p.m. my time. I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Mountain time. Saturday, April 18th, Ferguson Gaethje is going to be an ESPN Plus pay-per-view still at the moment.
Okay. Yo, that would be a baller move because if you are the only sport right now, even if you didn't charge for pay-per-view, like I said, it would be a Joyner Lucas-esque. Here's my fucking whole fucking sick-ass album for free.
Bro, if I was Dana, that's exactly what I would do. If I was Dana, I would literally be like, yeah, ESPN, we got this. We'll just run it just like a fight night. We're just going to do this just like a fight night. Let everyone see it, and then you just pay me. We'll do the 80-20 rule, you know. You work in the bar industry. I'm sure you've had promoters come through. The promoter is like, hey, yo, you know, let me keep the door. You keep the bar, of course, because it's your bar. You know, oh, you're nice enough to let me get 5% cut of the bar at the end of the night. All right, cool. Then you can take, 10 of the door. You're like, whatever the fucking case may be. So, I mean, if Dana strikes up a deal, I could very well see Dana, especially with him. He was supposed to close the Island deal yesterday. Today, this morning, he said that it'll be this week that they close it. If he's trying to get a little bit of extra money to back up and throw behind that deal, taking the ratings side, if you go ahead and you let Disney know, you let Disney and ESPN know. Let's keep in mind, people, ESPN has Disney money. So you're not even talking to ESPN, you're talking to Disney. If you tell Disney, hey, this fight that was going to be pay-per-view, we're going to advertise as a pay-per-view, but then 2-3 days before, we're going to just release that. Everybody gets it. Boom. Yeah. You skyrocket. You're skyrocketing their stocks in a matter of moments.
And two, man, it would also kind of put some of the fans at ease that I know I talk to people. I know a lot of people that are into combat sports and also train in the disciplines and people that I fuck with that I trained with in the past. And everybody feels like there's certain main events or certain, pay-per-view fights that come out and people don't get their money's worth. Like you buy a fight to see a McGregor Cowboy fucking quick knockout. And that kind of rubs people the wrong way. I think it would be an olive branch or words of peace to bring back some of those fans that are like, man, dude, I don't know if I'm going to pay for it. I don't know if I want to pay for it. I don't know what I'm going to get out of this fight. A lot of people had their hearts set and wanted to see this Ferg versus Khabib. And now that that's not going to go on, why not give it to people for free? Because you're going to keep those engaged and you're also going to bring some of those back. And it would be kind of just hey, we got you.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna press the issue, but if I'm gonna press the issue, I would like for everyone else out there to help me press the issue. After tonight's show, I am going to publicly tweet to Dana White, hey, we think if I have to turn into a thread, I will turn into a thread. I'll take all the pieces of analysis that Nick has dropped and I have dropped. I'm going to combine it into one tweet. Dana White, we feel that you should remove this from ESPN, or not remove from ESPN Plus, but bring it to ESPN. Give us all something to love, like, and enjoy. If you're really serious about holding this event, and you're really serious, how you said on air in both your interviews with TMZ and Mike Greenberg on Get Up about giving the people something to keep them sane during this time, then make it free for us all.
Yo, give us that UFC stimulus fucking 249. Give us that shit for fucking free. Like, Dana, you got money, dog. Like, just give it up. Get some of your fans back. Get some of the ones that have been a little disappointed that they paid for pay-per-view and saw some quick fights or some shitty fucking undercards and lower fights on a fight weekend, on a fight Saturday, and just offer it up, man. There's states right now that are like forgiving, fuck it, like they're not evicting anybody, like they're like forgiving mortgages and not cutting off utilities, like whatever. Like we're going through a pandemic. Like if you are being the one to still like grab everybody's attention and be the only sport that's still fucking around with it, put out that fucking UFC stimulus fucking event. Like
Exactly.
give it to everybody. Like, get fight fans fucking happy and get fans that walked away back. Get fans that aren't even really interested in it to fucking tune in because you don't got no risk on their end.
Nick, you just said the golden statement. Hashtag UFC stimulus. Hashtag UFC stimulus package. Make UFC 249 free.
Dude, because it is a filler fight. It is like a shithead filler fight. Like, I'm not happy with it. I'm kind of actually frustrated with it. Like,
I'm very frustrated with it. I'm not happy with it. I know.
Like, and part of me like does, but like I understand like there was some like lead up and some other shit. And like I wouldn't look at Khabib the way I'm looking at him, like he ran away again, by the way. But I wouldn't be looking at him if he, like he ran away if there wasn't 4 occasions before this. And we're again not going to get this fight. And he's just going to end up fighting Ferguson maybe a year, 2 years down the road when Ferg is fucking just done.
And I feel like that maybe that has been a little bit of this cat and mouse chase. Fighters do this all the time. This is very well known, especially in the art of boxing.
I hate it, dude. All that with boxing, bro. I say it all the time. Floyd Mayweather should have fought Manny Pacquiao 4 or 5 years earlier. It would have been a fucking battle. Battle. It would have been a battle. It would have fucking established who the real man is. And it would have made like if Mayweather would have taken him on then, like I would look at him in a legacy standpoint as just like a little bit fucking higher than where he's at. Like I view him as what I view him. Like he is an esteemed person in my eyes, but it would really mean a lot if that fight happened 5 years earlier and he came out with a dub.
Bro, it's been a long time coming, you know, to kind of sum up our last 3 segments surrounding the UFC. By the way, we've never started off a show leading with fight news. That's how much we usually save that for the end because that's where all of our big bettors that listen to our show come in. All of our biggest bettors that really subscribe to Rumboyz are here for the fight news. It feels good in a way to lead off with fight news. I want to put that out there, but at the same time, it's like, damn, our show has been greatly altered because we can't even take care of. We have majority our big bettors are our fight bettors, but majority of our bettors that listen to the show are NFL, fantasy football guys, and then basketball and baseball guys, second and third. So it's absolutely crazy. I'm happy that we did it though, because I think that you kind of been waiting for that to happen on there.
Oh yeah. I didn't want to talk about that. I saw the news the other day, man, and I was disappointed, but I was pissed off too. It's like I wanted to see this fight. Like, if you want me to order this shit, like, show me the fight that I want to see. Like, all right, like, can I just say, like, I want to call out Dana White right now. Like, how can you have the mental notion and like the fucking testicular fortitude business wise to be the only fucking sport going on and want to keep the show rolling, give people a sense of normalcy, but you don't give us the fans the fights we want to see.
And then you charge us for a fight that we don't want to see.
Exactly. Like,
that's what makes it worse. Like, I get, like, given the circumstances, like, so this fight, and let me just remind everyone, this fight being canceled, completely not on the UFC, completely not on either of the fighters. the fighters had already, had began face-offs and shit, it it couldn't happen because fucking travel restrictions, like point blank. Like I'm literally not allowed to leave the state of Colorado. Like if I get caught leaving the state of fucking Colorado, like
yeah, I'm not either. But when Khabib was in fucking Abu Dhabi or where the fuck, I forgot where it was supposed to be. It was Abu Dhabi, right? How the fight was supposed to be at.
Yeah, but that was before lockdown. That was before everything had fucking went down.
He did get a fight to Russia from there. He should have immediately called Dana White, who's his fucking boss, and been like,
Dana White,
where do I need to be? Like, in my opinion, like I do understand the travel restrictions, and we are dealing with an international pandemic. But to me, like how like this fight, it's like the 5th time now that we've tried to get it, and as a fan, I'm pissed. As an enthusiast of the fucking
Fight Island. That's why Dana White made the Fight Island. Like, don't get me wrong, Fight Island is definitely illegal as fuck. Like, it is illegal as fuck. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, it's illegal as fuck, but
yeah. Now, with that being said, and with that being stated, that is also why Dana White did it, so that we don't have to have travel restrictions. I can just year round make money off of UFC, and I can hold fights every 2 weeks, every week, yada yada yada. Fighting at the forefront, and especially when we're talking about the cream of the crop of mixed martial arts, fighting is a especially from a betting standpoint, is a rich man's sport. Like if you're betting on fighting, I mean, I have never bet against the homies and been on no small time bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking like the real, like my real homies, like like motherfuckers from like back in the day, like back in the set, or like either like we grew up, like we know each other. I know that you got that kind of money to be like, all right, So I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just I don't know. It's just one of those things. Fighting, huh?
Can I ask you something I've been thinking about?
What's up?
All right, like okay, like don't quite over spilt milk. Like this fight is done. It's fucking Gaethje versus fucking Ferguson now. Like I know how Khabib kind of is. Also Ramadan's coming up. I'm not hating on the man's religion or like his beliefs or his practices, but that puts him out for like a solid like month or two. Plus, me being a nutritionist, like you got to get your body right after the fact of going through an ordeal like that. So I don't see a fight for whoever is this interim champ versus Khabib until like November, December of this year. Like, what are they gonna do now? Like we're in for like another half of year of like goofy ass, stupid, like just buy it motherfucking fights. Like what are we gonna get in a month or two from now? Gaethje versus McGregor if he loses.
And that's what I've been trying to tell people. That's what I'm trying to tell people. So MMA is a sport that's based off of storylines as well, And Dana, this is why you should have just been like, all right, we're going to cancel this event. We'll do a different event. We'll do a completely different set of fights. Motherfucker, you got fighters. And you got fighters that'll fight at the drop of a dime. Dana, bang my line. Cesar ready to hop in that ring like it's nothing and knock somebody out. He'll dive up in they shit. Metric ton, baby. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
We're big weight over here at the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. So our fighter ready to go any given day. Our fighter's still fucking training, Dana. So with that being stated, fighting is it's a $1 billion, $1 trillion fucking sport because fighters are a dime a dozen. Bro, you could have canceled this event. You could have put together a card. You could have still given it to us. My fighter posted on Facebook this morning that, hey, I don't give a damn what's going on in the world. If I'm being offered a fight, I will take the fight.
Hell yeah.
There are fighters on record, and he was just fighting on the fight app 2 months ago. On the fight app. So I mean, come on. I mean, there's mixed martial arts around the world. He can put together a card. He can even use this time to put on for some fighters that that are hungry right now. Because at this point in the climate in sports that we're in, this is what we all want. All we want is some action. We want is some action. That's why we're so hyped about the NFL draft. Because we don't care if it's going to be virtual. I think a lot of us and a few of us might actually like the fact that it's virtual. Because that shows prowess for us later on in the future to where, hey, maybe I could be that special guest that could get announced. I've been using this shit for years. That also opens up jobs for people that know how to work all this social media shit, all the Zoom, the StreamYard, all this other, bullshit. So, I mean, Dana, I feel like you shouldn't have made this fight. I feel like you were too desperate. We're going to watch irregardless.
I think they should have totally held off. I still don't know how I feel about, like, I know Ferg trained hard, and like I'm not like I like Ferg, but I'm not like a Ferg like big ass. Like the dude, I like see his talent and his skill level, but I don't know. I partially like feel like he did train his balls off and he should get a fight. I don't know about throwing Gaethje in there. Like, I partly like if he wanted to make a splash, take Ferguson and fucking Khabib out of it and give us a Conor versus fucking Dustin. Just fill in fight. Like, those two have already started. Like you said, it's about like storylines and shit like that. Like, there's already been like some beef and shit talk between those two. Like, give us a like lesser fight like that. Like, maybe give Donald Cerrone, like, I know it's just recent. I know he just got knocked out, but give us like a fair weather, like, or a farewell fight, like for Cerrone, if he is going to be like wrapping it up soon. I know that would take like a little bit of time. It's probably not smart to do it right now in April, but like, yeah, like the next event, if this Corona thing keeps on going, like, give us a fight. Like, if you are going to take away that, like, that marquee fight, like, give us something where we're like, oh, okay, like a storyline built up, or like a not number one contender for an interim fight to where we're all just like, man, we really wish we had that fight that was set in stone.
It's tough either way. It's tough either way. And at the end of the day, listen, I'm trying to work my way to my first legal million. Dana White, you got your first legal million. You got your first legal million 38 times over, bro. So you know what you're doing, and I know that you know, and you know that you know, and you know that I know that you're gonna make it through the other side of this. At the end of the day, we just gotta be thankful and be grateful for whatever the fuck we get. Like I said, I'm gonna post a tweet hoping that Dana switches this from pay-per-view. You never know who's going to react to your tweets. You never know who's going to react to your Instagram post. Shout out to John Carney. Thank you for watching our stream the other night, Monday night.
Jake made a good point. I want to say, like, off of that point, where things are at. Like, I know Jake probably just got here. What's good, homie? How you doing, man? He said Dana uses Conor as like a long like media tour type guy, and needs to go with like 4 months to like build it up to maximize profits. With no other sports or anything going on right now, if you would have sat Ferg and not thrown Gaethje out there, and the storyline of Dustin and Conor is building up, if you'd have just thrown Conor out there, like, UFC fans, I know you're pissed, but here's fucking like McGregor versus here's Conor versus fucking Dustin. Like, here you go. There's a little bit of build up, and it would just been like that. It would have got everybody excited. Like, fuck the 4 or 5 months of build up to maximize profit. Throw something out there that makes fans go like, wow, we were let down. Like, over here, we got this now. Oh, fuck. Like, I don't know. That's just my vibe about it. Fuck making the money. Like, give us what we want, man. Like, give the people what the fuck they want. Like, give us the fucking good fights. Like I said earlier, like, to partially call out and fucking just bust balls a little bit. I don't understand how Dana has like the mental anticicular like business fortitude to, I'm going to be the only sport to have things active and rolling right now, but I'm going to give some half-ass shit. I'm going to expect to get my money, but I'm going to put up like these just like goofy ass, not what the people want, like fights. Like, we want to see names. We want to see people of worth going against each other. Like, it's like why the fuck boxing died, because there's like not those like worthy names. I'm not comparing UFC to boxing now.
I know.
Just to get back.
I was like, he's got it. He's got it. He's gonna pull himself back for that statement.
It's just like what it looks like, the optics of it right now. It's like we want to see the fucking Ali and Frazier's, man. Like, quit this bullshit.
Bro,
you're making your money, dog. You are the only shit going on right now. You're making your money. Shit. And we invest in you. Like, there are a lot of fans that are rub raw. There are a lot of people that are like, I'm not buying any more fucking pay-per-view because it could be a fast ass fucking fight.
I didn't realize.
It seems like there's like WWE like storylines and build up and like stupid shit going on. Like, dude,
here's the thing: the UFC is a real life. Like the UFC, Bellator, Shamrock FC, like all MMA is built off of media press and like how much influence like the media can build up these fighter stories. We play a big, huge role in that. It's a storyteller's sport. You have to have that press behind every fighter and every fighter's story. So I mean, no, I completely get it. Yeah, we it's a WWE media background mixed with this is real, and anyone getting hit for fake out here. Motherfuckers are getting their sockets, literally their socket joints damaged for life.
Yeah. And, like, most people know, like, do know, and some are just fucking willfully ignorant and naive about the actual sport of fucking MMA. But dude, those guys are so technical, and with how vast you have to be skill wise to win or like not lose. It's just crazy, like how competitive it really is. Like, real motherfuckers that like do the shit, did the shit, will do the shit, like, know that. And it could be anybody's night, like, but just give us these fights. Like, I know it will probably fuck with somebody's like legacy, their rankings, their record, but like, dude, give us the fights, man. It's like, it's just like really frustrating. Like, now it's like really frustrating because like the only thing going on. And I don't know. I wanted to see like a year or 2 years of like the best fights of like the past like 20 years in MMA and in boxing. Like, I want to see names and fights that us as fans and people fucking want. It's frustrating, man.
I'm with it. Hey, bro, did by chance, so first off, you remember Howard Stern growing up, right?
Hmm.
Fuck yeah. Howard Stern. I remember 90s Stern.
I remember 90s Stern too. I remember the tickle chair.
We're not going to get into all of our
young homies in the chat. You don't just please.
Howard Stern directed me to like my very first porn star ever. Like that, I knew who Jenna Jameson was because of Howard Stern. Howard Stern used to be late night HBO. Shit was fire. So I haven't heard the name. This is how old both of us are, Nick. When's the last time you heard Howard's name?
Besides the last time that I fucked around on fucking Twitter here and there, that's like the last like relevancy or like time that I've seen him.
Bro, so TB12 went on Howard Stern. I didn't even know Howard Stern made the fucking leap to Sirius XM. Did you know this motherfucker was on Sirius XM? Did you know he's still doing radio?
Yeah, no, I know he's still doing stuff, but he's kind of like just lost notoriety because he's not doing all those goofy fucking things again. And fucking J Love asked about the tickle chair. Bro. You don't even know. Somebody you know could have been in that tickle chair, dog. Like, he's about that age. He probably popped out about that time.
Yo.
No, I'm just fucking with you, little homie.
He was 2 when Katrina happened, dog. Come on. So, anyways, TB12, he went on Howard Stern's show this morning. Did you catch any bits and pieces of it?
Just little bits of it. I also heard like networks like talking about it because they don't have anything to fucking talk about right now.
Here's what's fucked up. Those networks didn't even get the good parts.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm ready to burn down every single TB12 lover's life right now. Yo, shout out to TB12. I always knew that you're a stoner, you're a stoner, you're a stoner. But god damn it, when you admitted it, bro, you ain't going to University of Michigan for nothing. You're not going to University of Michigan for nothing. Shout out to Michigan, y'all got that good dope.
Right. He was probably like, he probably went back to visit Phelps at school, like.
Look, hey Brady, just for you sharing the stories, for anyone that didn't know, Brady has been a long time medical marijuana advocate. Brady, cheers to me, cheers to you, brother. This is for you. Thank you.
I see you take one for me, dog. Hey, and just remember, if you ain't choking, you ain't smoking. I want you to sound like you got corona over there.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Because I'm going to ghost it. I'm going to just hold it all in.
There you go. There you go.
Howard, America's Got Talent. What the fuck? Late night E Network, yo.
Late night E Network. That's where it all went down.
But no, so he was on there. He was on Howard Stern show. He talked about smoking tree back in high school and at the University of Michigan and shit. Clearly, he still holds a chip on his shoulder for being a 199 pick. Let me just also include, ladies and gentlemen, that for Brady, this is the first time that he's kind of been unwrapped. And we were talking about Greeny earlier as an interviewer that can really pull those questions out of a guy. Well, Howard Stern pulled some things out of Brady, or I don't think that he pulled them out of Brady, because Howard Stern has this presence about him to where you just get comfortable.
Yep.
And you get comfortable with him and you just start sharing. I remember when I was interviewing, JJ Arciaga Whiteside, and he just got comfortable and he just started unraveling. The session that went before us, things that he revealed in that interview were completely different, and the emotions that he revealed in our interview were completely different. The emotions that he revealed with Matthew Berry, completely different. And Howard is one of those guys that has that ability as an interviewer. And I thought this interview was very fascinating. I don't know what parts of it you heard, even down to him praising Belichick. Dude. So for everyone out there that thought that there was some beef there, there's no malice, guys.
I don't think there's no malice. I just think that, I don't know. I don't like to speak for the man because I'm not the man, but I feel like every man has that not necessarily prove it complex, but just that I want to know what I am without interruptions, or I'm the constant variable here. What is my capability? What can I do? And I think that's why he left. I think Bill is the one that will end up having the malice and the sourness about the split up, because Tom even said he kept it real, man. He said it started to get uncomfortable. He could tell that it was going to be his last year and stuff like that. I think he really showed good perspective, and that he's really wholesome and down to earth and of a good mind, and is just a good man that he kind of said no malice, he got a lot of love and stuff like that. But I think just as it is, those two in the organization, I said it on earlier podcasts. I said it way back when on Rumboyz After Dark with you guys, that I just think that both of those guys wanted to split, or there was going to be an eventual split, to find out, because they both have a level of ego. They want to know which one was the one that got it done and made it. And I think it's both of them cohesively figured it out and were that team. But I respect Tom for like a lot of shit he said, and I really could see Belichick being the one that's like kind of like just we're on to Cincinnati and like malice and like frustrated about it and like not talk to Tom for like 5 years. I really see
his snippet about Kobe, even his snippet about Kobe and mob mentality was so effective in how Tom embodied that, and how Tom talked about how with the way the TB12 treatment or diet came about was because he knew that he wasn't as athletic as some of the other guys. So the way that he could make his career last long and he could make himself as athletic was by a big portion of his diet and what he ate and what he took in. And just having that mom mentality of just being strict to that of this is what I'm gonna do. I fucking what does he do? Like avocado PB&Js? Like he doesn't even use like PB&Js, like avocado jelly or some shit.
Yeah.
And like fucking like avocado and cucumber smoothies or some shit. Like
yeah,
dude diet.
Eats a lot of avocados, cucumbers, and he like puts like almond butter on a lot of shit.
Yeah. Dude is insane. He's insane with this diet. One of the most strictest diets that, and I haven't looked at it in a while. I haven't looked at the TB12 diet since 2012, actually. Ironically enough, surprisingly, because I was actually curious. Like when I was younger, I was like, "What the fuck is this dude doing?" TB12 diet has been around forever. He knew around. I think he said in like 2009 is when he knew that he had to like peak and he had to really start lasting longer. Another thing that I found fascinating was that, hey, you know, he knew kind of around last year that was going to sirens.
Oh, I heard that.
That shit just gave. I just had a flashback real quick. I was like, oh shit. But I was like, nope. I'm following the lockdown order. I'm good. But I don't even remember what the fuck I was about to say because that siren.
No, you're good, man. But yeah, I just want to touch too on it. Like, I just felt like he wasn't happy like last year. Like I touched on in the chat. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like they were happy till the end. I don't know. Like with that, you know, Jimmy G stuff a couple years back. Like I think that was Belichick's guy. I think he kind of like Belichick always sends guys on their way when he feels like it's their time. And Tom was the one guy that stayed there and he left on his own terms. Like usually the back door is propped and Belichick's just like, bye-bye. Like Tom was the one that was like, you might have me. You might have me. And in the 23rd minute was like, no, I'm out. Like, peace. And use that same door to fucking leave. But he did say, and I don't think in that interview directly, he did say in like other stuff. He was on like another pod or like he did like an editorial, like an interview, like written in paper, where he like was quoted as like saying it felt different. This whole past season felt different for him.
Yeah. It was this Players Tribune article. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I think that's all that we have on Howard Stern. I am actually going to go and pour myself another shot. So we are going to take a quick.
Yeah.
He's like, I already got one. We are going to take a quick show break. Make sure that you guys download the Thrive Fantasy app for all of you that are having the gambling itch. If you use promo code Rumboyz and you deposit $10, we will match you back with $10 on Thrive Fantasy app. Download it on iOS, up and running. You already know what it is. You already know that we're going to run a gambit out there. Thrive Fantasy app. Make sure that you guys check it out. Let's get into some show tunes really quick. Some of our show tunes. Yo, Bogart, I'm going to start leaking your tracks when I get your permission. When I get your permission, brother, I will start leaking your tracks out to you so that they know what's good. It's the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We love you guys. I'll be right back in a second. Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Thrive.
I need a shot glass.
I'm gonna go make me a mixed drink here.
Ooh, that sounds like a good idea. More fantasy. Network for you. Oh, oh. You know, fuck it, do. Whoa, whoa.
Vibe with it, dog.
Oh, yeah. You know, we out here. We out here. We're about to get into the second half of the show, though. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get part one saved. All the football fans going to be like, yo, they started off the show with fighting.
Yeah, yo, my bad. We were on that topic for a minute. That's my fault.
30 minutes. We did that topic for 30 plus minutes.
It's a big topic, though.
It's a big topic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the Rum Report with your boy Robbie J and Nick Howard, our resident fanalists. We appreciate you guys during the break. Hopefully you hit up Thrive Fantasy app for those esports bets if you got that betting itch. I know a lot of you do. I've been seeing some of you bet on weather and shit. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out on sportscaster.com. Download the Sportscaster app on iOS devices. And we out here at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z, N-E-T, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We are live on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Sportscaster. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls and do. We are back with the second half of the show. You ready for the next topic, bro?
Yep.
Let's dive right up in this bitch. So the coaches / competition committee, they pretty much, I don't want to say sat down and give people the impression that they were in a room together, because that would scare the fuck out of people during a time like this. They pretty much Zoom called each other and they submitted some change proposals to enter a sky judge. I guess you could say similar to what the XFL had during their season, to, I guess, review replay of things like, the defensive PI, so on and so forth. It would pretty much eliminate the need for a PI review on field. How do you feel about this, Nick? Do you feel like this rule change is positive for the NFL? I mean, we saw how it worked for the XFL, and for 5 weeks, we were actually copacetic with that level of officiating.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like to see it implemented to see like really how it works out and how I feel about it, because like, dude, I do think it is kind of goofy right now. Like it's pass heavy and there's a lot of interference calls. And also like with like how the review worked this past year. Like I felt like there were some injustices, but then there were also some calls that like were right and they got it right. So I'd like to see it rolled out before I put it in perspective and like get a vibe about it. But it sounds good. Everything sounds good until, just words at this point. I want to see it in action.
Absolutely. With this, I feel like it's a positive. I don't know if we need, in the first year of us doing this with the Sky Judge, I don't know if we need to get rid of reviewing the specifically the PI call, because that is a call that can completely sway the outcome of a game, and that is a call that, in many of ways, depending on how you look at film, can be completely subjective. I feel like there still should be that second look, but I feel like instead of calling to New York, what this will eliminate in the biggest sense to me, I don't feel like it's going to eliminate the PI review, but I do feel like it's going to eliminate the call to New York, and I want to completely get rid of that.
Oh, I do. I totally agree. We need to take Al Riveron out of the equation in every fucking way, shape, or form. Like, Al Riveron is a fucking stooge and a sellout.
A stooge and a sellout. You know what Alberto Riveron needs? 3, 2, 1. De Souza!
Hell yes. Hell yes. I knew, bro, he made me laugh too hard before I could even do it. But no, man, I 100% agree. But I will say, in watching some XFL games, though, like with that Sky Judge and with that like review, like looking over it, what I really like they did on some like interference or some like just like plays like that where there was just like some contact, they looked at it in slow-mo and they looked at it in full time, because like everything looks more in slow-mo, and they like really like looked through it and like it wasn't just like 1 or 2 times and like yep, this is it. Like they really went through and they talked with the other officials on the field, like, hey, like you saw this, okay, I'm looking at it right now, and there was very good communication. So I feel like that would be a positive with it. But yeah, oh yeah, eliminate Al Riveron's bum motherfucking ass as soon as possible, and I'm happy.
I think it's funny that when I was calling that 06 Falcons Saints game, looking at Ed Hockley and looking at the way that he was talking to his field judges, like the way that Ed Hockley just controlled and reffed a game, and how he had control over that bitch was so dominating. You kind of almost in a way feared it back then, because you knew that one, he was going to get the call right. 2, the man's a New York lawyer, if I'm correct. If I got the state correct, I know that for a fact he was a lawyer. 2, he was jacked, and he probably beat your ass and most of your players' ass.
Dude, he was like the first referee that's like, damn, that motherfucker curls like 5 days a week.
Fuck yes. Good times. Speaking of good times, Tampa Bay is having a damn good time right now. They got TB12, and along with TB12, they got some new uniforms. How do you feel about the Bucks' new uniforms, bro?
I think they're kind of slick. Like, I think I dig retro looks, and I will say, like, with the Bucks in particular, like, because we're talking about them, I'm gonna bring this up. The sherbet ice cream fucking jerseys, the orange, the fugly ass orange that are so polarizing. You either love the fuck out of them or you hate them. I like retro shit like that. Like, I think it's cool, but I think I like the Bucks logo, but I really feel like for the past little while, like they've been really trying to establish like an identity, like with their uniforms. Like it's a slick looking uniform, but like the pewter is like a little goofy to me. Like I kind of like these. They're like simple, and it is kind of like that old school traditional. Like it reminds me of like a college uniform a little bit. Like
So
I think it's better than some stuff they've had in years past because they've done goofy shit with the numbers and like they have a slick logo and they could really do something with that. But I don't mind these.
I'm going to provide my unpopular opinion in that the ones on the right, those I don't know if that's like more so of a gunmetal black versus like a gray. It's almost like
it's a pewter.
Okay. Either way, I like them motherfuckers. Them joints are raw. The all whites are just kind of in a way with the all whites have kind of been to me. And same thing with the main editions. I believe that's going to be their home jerseys. Those are perfectly normal to me. I'm not like overly obsessed. I know that our homies across the pond. I want to shout out 5 Yard Rush, which a podcast I featured on about 2-3 weeks ago. I want to shout out Stocks and Murph. I know that one's a Broncos fan, one's a Bucks fan. I can't remember which one is which. And I know that they are happy about the new Bucks reveal uniforms. I don't feel like we need to bring back the creamsicle.
No, I don't think we do. Like my point with that, like I don't think we need to bring that back, but I do like the retro looks. Like I like that traditional look. I do not like what they did with like the pewter numbers that were like it looked like a jersey of like a team in any given Sunday. It was just like really fucking goofy. Those like giant pewter like chicken scratch letters like or numbers. I really like these with like the clean, just fresh, bolded numbers. It just looks like an old school, like traditional college, like uni. And I think they've been like looking for an identity for a little while. That's why they started to make like changes with the uniform a little bit. It's why they did the sherbet fucking look like way back in the days because they've always tried to like make a uniform that pops. And I think nothing looks better than traditional. Like it might be just because like I'm a Browns fan and like Raiders fan too, but like dude, I just think that the black and silver looks so good. I think that just like the plain fucking helmet, like just looks so good. Don't like the new Browns unis though. I can't wait till we change them again. But just the fucking solid old like whites with the fucking brown, like the browns with the white numbers. Like it looked swagging. It looked simple. It looked traditional. I like that look.
So what are you thinking about these joints right here? We're pulling up the copy uniforms right now. Bro, so the black on black with the ATL, like the ATL, when I saw that, immediately I was like, I be on that kryptonite, straight up on that kryptonite. Bro, I was ready. I was like, I love everything that Atlanta right now is doing. And I think that I'm the only person in the media that is excited about what Atlanta is doing. I love the black at the bottom with the red transition at the top. That shit is so fucking fire. So fucking sexy. Everyone's like, this shit looks like an XFL uniform. I'm like, you're on drugs. You're not in 2020. This shit looks futuristic as fuck. What do you think, Nick Howard?
Bro, I love you, homie. I vibe with you on certain things. I will say I love that they're bringing back the old retro helmets. And I laughed my ass off and I saw people commenting on Discords and social media and stuff like the new logo is simple and stupid. Like, dude, that's the retro logo. Like, that is the old school Falcons logo. And I like retros. Like, I think it's kind of slick that they're bringing that back. I agree with you. That black on black is fucking slick. But I don't know. I think the fucking ATL like just thing. I think it is kind of whack. I think it is a little goofy. I think it would have looked even better if they just did like Falcons in like white with like red if it's the black, or if it's the red, have it outlined and stitched in black, just spelling out Falcons. Or even if they just literally just got sponsored by Nike or something, or like nowadays like Jordan's getting into football too. If they would have like been one of the first teams to get like a sponsorship like that and put like a fucking like put the NFL logo and then maybe put like a Nike or a Jordan logo, or just their logo, that new Falcons logo that they brought back, that old Falcons logo, and just have it like on the shirt as just like an accent on the top of the chest with like no ATL, no Atlanta, no Falcons, no nothing, just the fucking logo and like the fucking NFL badge. Like, I think that would have looked slick, but I think they are a little goofy. But those black on blacks, are like the blacks with like the little bit of silver and like the red side on the side, I fuck with those. Like, they're kind of cool.
I feel like personally, they were like, all right, Sierra ain't fucking with us no more because she married Russell Wilson. Hey, Future, can you hook us up? If Young Americans don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. So then they hung up and they're like, all right, who can we call from ATL next? All right, fuck it. Let's call up, Outcast. Outcast up on the phone. They're like, we gonna make y'all so fresh and so clean. And they did that shit. But then Jermaine Dupri stepped in and he was like, welcome to Atlanta where the players play. And then Outkast and Jermaine Dupri worked on these jerseys. And I think that that's what they came up with. And that's why I think that they're fired.
And can I just say this? Like, I know I kind of just did like dog it partially, but I will say, like, if any city can get away with just like using their slang term, like, it would look stupid if Cleveland wrote out the land like on a fucking uniform. Like, we've already done it like on the Cavs. It looked a little goofy. It just looked a little like out of place. I know it was kind of like a specialty jersey, but ATL, like, they do kind of like deserve to have like just those three letters, like the moniker of their city, like on their shit, because it's like what we all know them as, is like Atlanta, the ATL, like
exactly.
Like, if we see like the Jets or the Giants do some stupid shit and like put like NYC on their fucking shit now because they did that, I'm gonna be like, that's a fucking big deal. Like, that is like, it looks shitty.
On top of that, like, we gotta look at the culture in Atlanta. Excuse me.
Bless you, bro.
I know, right? Don't worry, I'm good, folks. I'm good. But we gotta look at the culture in Atlanta. Like, like you said, who else can get away with doing like that ATL on the front of their jerseys? The culture in Atlanta, like, those jerseys to me look so hip hop. Yeah. To me, they look so hip hop because it's like I can see cats in videos rocking those. They're marketable. They're friendly to the new generation, to what's coming up, to what's popping. I like what Atlanta did with their jerseys better than what Tampa did with their jerseys.
Really?
I feel like Tampa didn't do too much except for those gunmetal, or you said pewter, gray, black jerseys. Other than that, I mean, I didn't see anything special.
You didn't notice the number change either?
Yeah, he's like, man, just dad. Yeah, I did. I did that on purpose too, to see if anyone caught it. No, I saw the number change.
Okay, like, do you fuck with the new ones, the more traditional ones now, or do you like those like older, like, they look like they're like pirate script, like letters and pewter?
They could have done like the new school lettering with like the creamsicle jerseys, to make, and I think that would have made everyone happy. But like everyone, all the old heads got to remember that like that creamsicle style is out of flair. Like, when have you ever seen a chick do an Instagram filter and she's got like this creamsicle type filter. Like that color contrast just doesn't work in present day.
Bro,
You know?
I've seen people rock. Like I've seen in the land, I've seen in New York, I've seen over on the West Coast and like Washington State, I've seen people rock a fucking creamsicle fucking Buccaneers shirt jersey.
I mean, I've seen people do it, but they're usually the old heads.
Yeah.
Or they're really truly fans and they got a throwback on. What's popping? Brand new.
It might just be me because I just like retros, but like I will say though that with Atlanta rolling out those jerseys with the ATL in there, like kind of hating on it. Like I think it is a little goofy, but I always play devil's advocate. Like it's just what I do. Like love it or hate it, it's what I do.
I'm just happy that I'm a sports analyst and not a fashion designer.
Yeah, fuck fashion. I wouldn't be able to figure it out. Like I dress fresh and clean, man. Like some people swag jack me and I'm a kind of a trendsetter with certain stuff, but like I'm not all into fashion and shit like that. But
Hey, yo.
I think it does say something that like the Atlanta Hawks already rolled out the ATL like being on their jerseys. So like them kind of like found that like it kind of like gives a little bit of an acceptance and it doesn't look as whack. If the Atlanta Hawks didn't do that and then they rolled this out, I'd be kind of like, that's a little goofy. But
bro,
like I know ATL or Atlanta as the ATL.
I know I said I may not be a fashion designer, but I got some drip for y'all this summer that y'all definitely need. Head to rumboyz.com, you dig?
Get it. And you gotta come out with hats again so I could fucking wear some.
What's up?
You gotta come out with hats again.
Bro, I got you. We gonna get that. We're gonna get the hats wrapped up here soon. I'm talking to a new distributor, so hook us up. Let's get into to a sports debate, bro.
Okay.
Two totally completely different sports, but two of the greatest men to ever play their sports. Two men with the exact same record.
Oh.
And this record is probably the most impressive record that you talk about. And it's a record that I think all of us love. Talking about bling, bling, bling. Whose six is more impressive? Corona, I thank you for this topic because it's the only time that we would have ever had time to debate this topic. Whose six is more impressive? Michael Jordan or TB12?
You want me to go first on this thing?
Bro, you gonna go first. Actually, like, should we do shots before we do this shit?
Yeah, fuck it.
Motherfucker, let me go get my bottle. I'm gonna go get the whole bottle.
Keep it right next to you.
Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
Make you a mixed drink too, bitch.
Can someone drop the timestamp for this topic? Someone drop the timestamp for this topic, because I want this one cut up.
Hell yeah.
So before we go,
Jordan, why the fuck you gotta be in my head and make some points before I can make them?
Before we go, don't even read the comments. I'm not even looking at them niggas. I love them, but I'm not even looking at them. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum boys and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly. So again, the question here on the Rum Report: whose six is more impressive?
All right, bro.
Michael Jordan or TB12?
I gotta say, like, I gotta preface with what I'm about to say with love it or hate it. I do play devil's advocate. I look at things from multiple perspectives and I really weigh some shit out. Me being more of a hooper and loving hoops, I gotta give it just like, oh man, this is tough. I gotta give it slightly to fucking Jordan because J-Love, fuck you for making my point. He is undefeated. Fucking Brady lost 3. But I don't like to only compare that because like I don't want to bring LeBron in this, but like LeBron being 3-6, like I think that's a whack ass like dog on him. Like he is in his own right a greatest of our time or a greatest of his time. But I partially want to say Jordan, but I also look at Tom Brady, and in football, it's harder. Like it's a more grueling, more physical, like more factors come into you winning 6 ships, and anything can happen in a season. So like I kind of view like Jordan slightly because he's undefeated. Jordan slightly because like when you thought of basketball, you thought of Jordan. Like even if you do not like the Bulls, if you just were a fan of the game, if you like were into basketball in the 90s whatsoever, even if he fucking burned the fuck out of your team like he did my Cavs all the time, like Greg Elo is no fucking match for Jordan. It is what it is. But he was just so dominant, and like I just give him the slight edge. But like I also got to look at Tom. He did lose 3, but like in football, it's a lot harder and a lot more has to really fall in place for you to win 6 and be that dominant.
Wait. Which one are you picking first before you go too much further?
Bro, like Jordan by a fucking fingernail.
Okay, so you're picking Jordan. I am ready to be hated. I am ready to be ate alive. I have had my fucking head wrong on a goddamn field. Completely wrong. Now, I get that Brady has reshaped the way that the NFL is played, especially at the quarterback position. But that's also how much impact that the motherfucker has had on the game. I get there may have been scandal attached here and there. But in football, to win for any player at any position to win 6 rings, and I'm sorry to be coming in with a new team in Vegas odds got you in the top 3 of possibly winning a fucking 7th. And then for Brady to still be playing at the level of what he is right now, and for Brady to still be a winning caliber, I have to side with Brady.
Bro, like you're making me feel some sort of way because like yeah, I thought of that as soon as I stopped talking. I'm like, man, like when Jordan
Listen, I've played basketball. I have met basketball players. You want to know how many basketball players I've met with CTE? With full-blown fucking CTE? Very, very, very few. I could probably count it on one hand, maybe 2. You want to know how many fucking football players I met with CTE?
Probably like 70%.
I got a whole goddamn football team right now that I'm on a team with. I've literally been telling people, I'm like, I've been telling my own teammates, and it's been an argument with my own teammates. I need you guys to put your helmets down. Why? Because you're out here talking about 5G is what created fucking coronavirus. You're an idiot.
Can I just say, like, I did think about it though. Like, as soon as you started talking, like after I stopped, I did think about like when MJ left and how Brady is still going, and like that is a feat in itself, and like I respect the fuck out of TB12 for that. But just thinking about it, man, like I don't mean to like go like hearsay or like what ifs, because like I don't believe in that shit. Like what actually happened, but like what if MJ didn't walk away? Like what if MJ didn't go play baseball? Like what?
But that's also what makes MJ so great, and that's something that you have to take into account whenever if you're going to take MJ in this poll. MJ did play 2 sports. MJ did go and play for the White Sox. That's not easy for anyone to do. I don't give a fuck about MJ's baseball stats. Little do anyone knows that MJ's baseball career actually wasn't supposed to end up being what it was. He actually was.
He did decent.
Yeah, he's actually really good at baseball. One, that team didn't have the pieces. 2, he was coming off of fucking basketball. Like your mechanics have to completely switch up. And he didn't have that same gene that Deion Sanders had to be able to play with the Atlanta Falcons one day and then go play with the Braves the next day.
All right, just thinking about it. Does anybody know offhand how many MVPs Tom Brady got? I know Jordan got 5. And he should have got more, but they skimped it. I don't know. Does Tom Brady even have
Brady MVPs? So over his career, Brady has won 3 league MVP awards, 6 Super Bowls, and 4 Super Bowl MVP awards. A 14-time Pro Bowler, Brady has also twice led the NFL in passing yards.
Okay.
All right, so we're not gonna act. We're all right. So we're gonna act like Phil Jackson wasn't an all-time great coach.
Yeah, that's that. Like, I saw that J Love. Like, yeah, you got to give credit and credence. If you're gonna give credit and credence to Belichick, you got to give it to Jackson because he was that guy too.
So Brady doesn't play out of his mind when it's crunch time. He doesn't get Vinatieri within the within kicking position. Because in football, that's realistically what you need to win a game in the fourth quarter. I don't have to do the rest of the work. Like, and if I want to, and if Brady wanted to, and if Brady has done it where he has thrown touchdowns.
Yo, I gotta give you props, man. Like, yo,
Triple M, we got.
Here's to you for coming up with like a good debate or like a good something to talk about, because this does get people thinking. Like, you can look at multiple sides of some shit, and like each guy has their like their strengths and their moments in their own way. Like, put themselves above and beyond, but then they're like, you also like give credit and credence to the other guy too. So dude, this is like a hell of a like discussion or like a topic of debate here.
We got to go as far as digging into GMs. So wait. All right. So what it sounded like is we got everyone picking MJ, but people wanting to nitpick as to why Brady did have it harder. So we're admitting that Brady. It sounds like we're admitting that Brady did have it harder. I mean,
no, he did have it harder, dude. Because football, like, there's a lot more involved, and everything has to fall into place. Like, there's multiple facets to the game. Basketball, yeah, it's more fast paced. It's more of a fucking sprint. Football is a grueling dogfight, fucking like long distance run. It's just different. Like, to compare, like, I like that we're having this fucking interaction in this debate right now, but you got to give credit to when credit's due. Like,
facts.
Brady's 6 are like, bro, like they're earned with a little bit more like fucking chutzpah, man. Like, just like a little more like everything had to be fucking perfect, and there's more balls in it.
I want everyone to key in on this. We all did not. All right. I am not a Tom Brady fan by any means. But if there was any time that I am now kind of a little bit more on Brady's side, it is right now here. NFL, please start on time. I want Godwin and Evans to go the fuck off. I want the Bucs to prove that this does not have to be a run-heavy type of league. That a guy can fucking just sling that bitch and really push the fucking field. I'm now actually, especially having this debate, I want Brady at this age to be great. And I want it to happen with the Bucs, with Bruce Arians, who I love as a coach. I used to hate Brady.
Same, man. I'm a partial Raiders fan. Like, fuck puck rule. Like,
yeah,
fuck them. Belichick was shit here. He fucking, like, Schottenheimer had us have a winning record and we got the playoffs. He came here and didn't do dick, didn't even have a winning record. And then he goes
Gruden won with the Bucs over you guys.
Yeah, and fucking I'm gonna say, fuck motherfucking Callahan still to this fucking day. You didn't upgrade your fucking playbook or any of your fucking cadences. We lost a fucking Super Bowl because you're a fucking dumbass and you fucking thought that you would be cute and not change anything, and Gruden whooped your ass. Oh, sorry, I had to get that out of there as a Raiders fan. Like,
oh, dude, no, you're fine, dude. I mean, But you got to admit, Gruden made Michael Pittman go off that year.
Oh my god, dude! Michael Pittman's one of my favorites ever. Like from another squad. I love me some Keenan McCardell. I've always loved me Joe.
All right. You ready for this? Michael Pittman versus Rocket Ishmael. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck, I'm taking Pittman.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Pittman only catches post corners. That's all of his highlights is post corners. That nigga is fucking
you're talking about like receiving or like as a receiving back as compared to Ishmael?
As a receiver, dude, I'll take Rocket Ishmael all day.
I thought you were talking about like just either one of them being on your squad, like who you want.
Well, I mean, being on your squad, period. I mean, me. All right, so I'm biased. Okay. My dad, which is the reason why I am a podcaster, which is the reason why I am a Redskins fan. My dad, originally he was a Ohio State and Dallas Cowboys fan, growing up, and a Lakers fan. You know, Lakers being the only thing that me and him have in common. And like this motherfucker, like he loved Rocket Ishmael. Like he loved Rocket Ishmael. Like when the Cowboys got Rocket Ishmael, that was a wrap. Like he thought that in the bag.
Yo, I like Ishmael, man. I fuck with Ish, but dude, I just like I know Pittman like was not like that guy in like a grand spectrum of like stats and like success, but like I just liked the way he ran, dude. He ran with like
Pittman, you off. Pittman's gonna break you off that first one. He's gonna get about an inch or two. But then when he hits that second, especially on his post corners, when he hits that second break, oh, you're fucked because that 1 to 2 inches now becomes 6 to 8 inches in separation.
You talking about Pitt or you talking about Ish?
About Pitt.
Okay.
Ish is just gonna burn. He's just gonna
Ish is just gonna one move you and just fucking go.
Yeah.
That's why like I view Ish as more of a kick return, punt return guy. Like he was a stud at that. Like he was one of those like you think back to like the Hasters, the Josh Cribbs, like Ish was that guy before those guys. Like at the time, I think the two best kick returners in the league were Dante Hall and Ish.
Well, you had Dante Hall. Ish was at the end of his career at that time. You had Dante Hall, Hester. You know, Ish, like I said, you know, at the tip. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I think it went like in order, like Ish, Hall's time, Hester's time, Cribb's time. Yeah. I don't know who that guy is now.
Bro. Then like came fucking Cordell Patterson out of nowhere.
Yeah, Cordell, like he made the all-decade team. What do you think about that? Over Hester and Cribbs, like they were at the tail end of their shit, but like Cribbs in like 2011-12 was still putting up like
Patterson. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with the other players that could have competed for that spot, and all the players that we just mentioned, it's especially in terms of special teams. No, Cordell, I appreciate you and I love what you've done for the kick return position, because it is a very hard position to be at the forefront and be a pioneer of. But I mean, all decade, Hester's in your same decade.
Hester and Cribbs are in that same decade.
Exactly. You know, so I mean, and this is a very important position that we're talking about, and this is a position that unfortunately we don't get fantasy points off of.
Hold up.
What you about to pull out? You better pull out a fucking Cribbs jersey.
I got the Cribbs signature right there.
Yo, that is Joshua Cribbs' signature.
Hell yeah.
Fucking is Joshua Cribbs' signature.
Hell yeah. That's my boy, man. He's one of my favorite Browns ever. Like, love that dude. But Connor Berg did ask a good question in the chat that I do want to debate for half a second. Who are you taking? Human joystick, fucking Dante Hall, or Devin Hester? And I want to add Josh Cribbs into there too, because that's my fucking boy. I'm going to take my bias out of it, but that's my boy.
All right. So my answer is going to be completely biased because of when I grew up. I grew up watching Dante Hall highlights. When I joined high school football, the one position that I really did want and I really made sure that I could do and I wanted to get was kick return. And it was only because of Dante Hall. So I am going to pick Dante Hall because of influence on my life. by the time Hester came along, I was already, that's more along you guys' lines in terms of great punt returners and kick returners. I was already a senior or a sophomore to a junior, like late sophomore to a junior, when Hester really started to set the fuck off. So I'm gonna go with what I grew up on and who inspired me to return kicks. I returned 8 kicks, and about almost like a couple of them I was very close to like getting TDs. Like I returned kicks for about like 40 yards, like 30, 40 yards.
My take with this is,
boys. We're in Virginia. We have big boys.
I love Dante Hall. Love him, man. Like I give credit and credence where credit is due, no matter what. I'm not giving some fucking, I give credit and credence comment like fucking Kamara Usman, and I'm gonna be a fucking bitch made in an hour in the next fucking discussion, because I do give credit and credence well as due. That was a dig at Kamara Usman, you a bitch, but
you a bitch,
but bitch made and a bitch paid, but all right, I had to laugh at that one. But I do fuck with Dante Hall. Like I like me some Dante Hall, but I would take Dante Hall in like a one-on-one, like you got to get by 1 or 2 defenders, you got to hit a juke, you got to be the human joystick. Give me Dante Hall. But as far as like consistency and production, give me either one of the two of Hester and Cribbs. And I would even lean towards Hester a little more because he did have more touchdowns and he did have more like 30, 40-yard break-off runs. I like consistency, and like those guys were home run hitters. Hall was a video game cheat code. Like he was a glitch. Cribbs and Hester, in my opinion, were like tried and true, like had a vision of the field that but like they didn't have the moves that Dante Hall had, but they had the vision that Dante Hall didn't have. And that's why I would take either one of the two of those guys.
The thing is everyone we mentioned on this list in terms of punt returners and kick returners are better than Cordell Patterson. It just sucks that they're all not in the same decade, and I feel like that's why Cordell skated off with that award. To the chat, I hope that you guys bring this type of fucking fire Friday night. Y'all don't hold back on the bullshit. Like, bring topics like this. Like, if you have players that you want us to like debate like back and forth, whether it's between like different sports or not, like we'll do it. I want to get more of this in, especially while we have the time to be able to do it. Like that Brady versus Jordan take was just fucking insane.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. So could the MLB potentially be the first sport back, or should they wait until fans can fully attend this bitch?
Yo, I just want to say real quick, I do not think that Cordell Patterson should have got it over Josh Cribbs. Josh Cribbs didn't retire till 2016, and I'm looking it up what Devin Hester's exact retirement date right now. He didn't retire till 2018. He still tried to get jobs in 2018. I think he last played for somebody in 2015, just like Cribbs. But yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't like that Cordell Patterson got that over those two guys. Those two guys are like Hall of Fame worthy kick returners. Like, and I don't even mean to be biased with my boy Josh Cribbs. Like, most of y'all know out there, like that man was a bad motherfucker. And Hester was too. Like, give me either two one of those. Like I said with my point on like Hester or Cribbs or Hall.
No, all good. Connor's like, hell no, bring that shit back. No, you're good, bro. That's not even biased.
But yeah, baseball, like I do want to see like baseball kind of like rolled back out soon. Even if they do kind of like go like no attendance or whatever, like it would be like nice. Like it would kind of like baseball is America's pastime. And I feel like they do need to like with like cheating scandals and like other stuff that's going on, the steroid era and like whatever. Like we talked about it before, like Major League Baseball has put a lot of heat on other sports, other leagues because of their infractions and shit like that. Like with this coronavirus going on, like, yeah, we already talked about earlier. We got MMA going on. We got UFC. Like the show's still going on with that. But like Major League Baseball should like try to get everybody back again. And they should play games, and they should kind of like keep the team separate, because there's a lot less injuries in Major League Baseball than there is in football, or even like non-contact injuries like basketball. Let those guys play. you know, have no paid attendance. But like, let's go back to America's pastime. Like, let's listen to baseball on the fucking radio while we're in a fucking quarantine. And like really everybody like slow down. We're all bored as fuck, dude. Like we all streamed our fucking favorite shows fucking over and over again and fucking got fat eating shitty ass food. Which, by the way, when we're out of this shit, fucking Nutrinet, give me a call, get you back in shape real quick though. But and I bartend, so fucking go to your local bars and fucking help your fucking bartenders, servers, and service industry out and buy some drinks and celebrate this fucking shit being over with and tip your bartenders because
bro, when this shit is over with, I am going to fucking get so bro. Yo, so I feel bad for bartenders when this shit, like I hate to take a second away from sports, but when y'all get back in business, y'all gotta deal with us here at home pouring our own fucking drink. And that shit's gonna be rough because like, yo, this motherfucker has ordered 15 rum and cokes, and this nigga still not drunk.
Yeah, I poured another one. But no, for real, when this shit blows over, because hey, we're all in this together, man. When this shit blows over, go back out, enjoy yourself. Because I already know people are gonna like. We've been stir crazy, man. We've been in quarantine. Shit's been goofy. I bet all of us just want to go the fuck out and go to a bar and like just talk to people and just vibe and kiki haha for a fucking minute. So
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. When all this is over, the second the stadiums announce that we are back up and running, and stadiums announce that we can have opening day. So I don't know what your opening day is like where you live.
Oh, it's popping, dude.
I live in Colorado, bro, and opening day out here, that's hotivities.
Dude, it's popping. In Cleveland for opening day, it's popping. Like, we love our tribe, man.
Hold up. What's popping? Brandon Whip just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Oh my gosh. Sports Center Top 10. We live. We litty. Yo, cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls want to do. We are live here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Yo, cheers, homie.
I forgot what our topic even was.
Major League Baseball coming back, but I do want to say real quick again, when all this shit blows over, everybody will be rushing in the bars to fucking go back out to restaurants to get back to a sense of normal life. Support your bartenders. Fucking do right by them. Tip some people, give back. People give back to you. People give back to everybody. Like, we're all in this world.
Go back out. You better be
all in this world for fucking others. Like, you are not by yourself.
That 15% rule, we got to re-jump the economy. Because here's the thing. I invest in stocks, right? And I'm not trying to be that guy that's only looking out for his shit. But I'm going to go in and look out for my shit. Y'all better start tipping that 30% because we need everyone to start spending money. And if we put money back into the people's pockets that ain't have no fucking money,
then they gonna reinvest and consume some shit, and that economy gonna be scheme, plot. Something you've never been
big weight. Imagine ton, big weight.
Hell yeah. No. But dude, we were talking about baseball. I really think Major League Baseball should maybe like roll out and like start the season because they do got some redeeming to do with like everybody. Like they've been at the center of some scandals and some foul shit in the past like 30 years. And like we got nothing going on right now. It would be fucking chill to just kiki ha in your fucking garage, have some drinks because we all been booze hounds lately, and fucking listen to some baseball, America's pastime.
That's fucking facts, nah. Hey, the Cringer, we talked about the Falcons uniforms, man. Make sure you check that joint out. Replay the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, the Rum Report, episode 19. We only have, 4 more episodes until season 1 is over?
What, for podcast? For this shit?
Yeah, for the Rum Report. And then, by the draft, we'll be getting it. After the draft, we'll be into season 2.
Shit.
Holy fuck, we did it. We kept the lights on!
Hell yeah, dog. What do you think, though, about baseball? You think it should come back, even just no fans, no attendance?
You're not going to like
what up, dog? I didn't hear you, man.
You're not going to like what I want to think or what I do think. Look, the baseball opening here in Colorado, like the weather during the spring and summer is just it's something different. You know, we don't got like that Cali where like, you know, it's pure hot. Like
we don't got that shit either, dude. Cleveland sucks, man. Like, we have a joke out here. Like, if it's nice outside, wait 10 minutes. It's gonna get fucky real quick.
I mean, yeah, we have that shit. Like opening day is the most flawless day that is ever untouched, and that is what here in Colorado we introduced. Like opening day for baseball, that's your signal that sundress season is open. Hotivity season is open. You know, like we out here, like in Colorado, we have like that West Coast, but like Midwest vibe, but like seriously, like kind of like a West Coast vibe where it's opening day means something to us, you know? So it's put a damper on everyone's mood here. So whenever we announce there's going to be an opening day, I know that it'll be right now they're looking at Arizona being a neutral spot for like games to get held and shit.
Yeah.
MLB, just if you're going to give us a sport back, then fine. That's a sport where people are spread out. They're on the field. They are not touching each other. There's social distancing is being exercised in fucking baseball, unless two people collide and they cough on each other at the same goddamn time. So I mean, with that being said, and with that being stated, I mean, I'm okay if this sport comes back on TV, but please let the floodgates loose because there's this bar called the View House. Shouts to the View House that overlooks Coors Field right across the street.
Oh man,
and it's so beautiful and it's so
dude, I was right. You're with me. Like, I think everybody's getting goofy in this quarantine. We cannot wait to just hit the bar up again and kiki ha and like have a good time after a work day. Like everybody is like, oh, I just want to let my hair down. Like this bullshit.
Nick, I'm trying to walk through the bar, right? And see Cheeks swinging at the ball like next on big weight. Just she got the thing rocking like
you want to fucking go Akon on some shit. Smack that on the floor.
Oh, that's another disposal with the chair. That's a new one right there.
Now we're gonna have the disposal with the chair and then
let's go ahead. Let's dive deep off into this next topic. So last night actually, we got to relive Cal Ripken passing Lou Gehrig's for the most games played in a career. Is Cal Ripken truly the Iron Man in terms of baseball?
Yo, I respect the hell out of him for being like that Iron Man, but there were other guys like that. I do give a lot of credit and credence to Cal Ripken, but there's other guys that were kind of like that. And even still, like, I don't mean to kind of like throw a Brown out there, but like, how you feel about like Joe Thomas, like kind of in the same thought, like with this 10,640 something snaps consecutive before his tricep injury. Like, I do give a lot of credit and credence to Cal Ripken. He was just a gamer, man. He just liked to play. He liked to influence the game and like have his touch on it, like win or loss, and love the game. So I love the fuck out of Cal Ripken for that. That's also why I like Joe Thomas. But yeah, in my opinion, as like baseball wise, there are other guys like that, but he is like the Iron Man. Like, I played a fuckload more than all y'all. Like, I didn't take time, I didn't take rest, I didn't do anything like that. I like Cal Ripken.
Just give me 1 second, bro. I just opened up a message, and you and I at the same time might be booked on a podcast tomorrow.
Okay, I'm down, man.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna go feature elsewhere and talk some UFC.
Fuck yeah.
But no, dude, I believe that Cal Ripken is the Iron Man. And I feel like the repetitive motion of swinging a bat and, just also the outfielding. I mean, it just editing a lineup day to day. I mean, that really means that you are a coach's favorite and the managers really like you in the bullpen. So, I mean, with that being said, with that being stated, I'm gonna say that he truly is the Iron Man. I know that Joe Thomas, and Joe Thomas is one of my favorite. He is probably my favorite offensive lineman of all time. Aside of when we talk about Joe Jacoby with my Redskins, we all know that I'm always going to take Joe Jacoby's side.
Yeah, he was a stud too.
Yeah, Hall of Fame. Please induct my guy. Like, stop bullshitting. But no, I mean, I gotta say that he is the Iron Man. I grew up watching Orioles baseball before Nationals baseball came into play, and we'll actually talk about that later in the show, or well, towards the end of the show here, because we're just about at the end of the show. But no, I gotta say that he is the Iron Man. I mean, just to do what he did and just pass up a Yankee in terms of Lou Gehrig's, that's impressive as fuck, because not everyone's gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, and too, I want to say for his streak and to keep his streak alive, for like how late he was in his career, like I think he went through a majority, like a bulk of that from like 27 to like 36, like his like main core years, I'm pretty sure, if I remember.
Whoa, I did not just read that in the chat.
What?
So someone literally wanted to call Cal Ripken lame. The only player to still knock homers and still start games and still do his goddamn thing during the steroid era that never, ever tested for steroids.
I don't even think Cal Ripken took fucking creatine. He didn't even eat that good either. That motherfucker went out there and played double headers, played every fucking game, and then went home and drank fucking dad beers and fucking chilled on his porch. And played the very next day. No questions asked. Come on.
Iron Man because
Eric, come on.
He's called the Iron Man because of everything. He has never injected anything illegal into his body.
That's comedy, man. I'm just gonna keep on drinking my purple motherfucking drink over here because that's willfully fucking ignorant right there. Like that is a young comment. I fuck with you, dog. Like I fuck with everybody, but like you gotta get you some perspective, little homie.
You can tell by his swing that he never took it. Look at this dude out. Look at Cal Ripken outfield. Are you just mad because he sent the fucking?
Oh! He called Iron Man lame, not Cal Ripken.
Okay.
All right, I was about to say like me and Rocky were about to tear in your ass.
Woo! I was like, listen here, young boy.
Right.
You know, whippersnapper. Okay, well, we're gonna end that debate and end that topic.
Hey, but I know for a fact you sent it over to me in the script, man. I did think about it, and I had a really good kind of like thought on it of favorite baseball memory, like growing up, like watching.
Greatest MLB memory. Our next topic.
Yeah.
Here, actually, let me go ahead and reset us on Spotify really fast. So I want you to get a clean slate for this. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, but yeah, you said something about favorite baseball, like kind of like memory in the history of like watching the game and being alive. I grew up a big fucking Griffey fan. So like I got a lot of memories with Griffey and Randy Johnson too. I love both of the two of those. One memory is fucking Randy Johnson killing that fucking bird in the middle of the game. That shit was comedy. But my favorite baseball memory ever is it was kind of tied in with the steroid era, but it was like when I really started getting into baseball. But those home run derbies that would go to like fucking 12, 1 o'clock in the morning with Sosa and McGuire and fucking Canseco and who are the fucking Rafael Palmeiro. Like,
let's say, don't disrespect my man's Palmeiro up in that big.
No, I wasn't gonna forget about him, man. I liked Rafael Palmeiro. That was my man. But dude, those home run derbies and like always like those first couple years watching when I was like a young kid, like 94 to like early 2000s when like most of those guys retired. Like I really got into like seeing who was gonna win the home run title, and also like the fucking home run derby was always circled on my calendar as like a little kid. Like I gotta watch this. And that one home run derby where McGuire and Sosa went at it and were hitting like 30, 40 home runs at like 1 a.m. I loved it.
So for me, my greatest MLB memory. First, I want to shout out my pops, Richard Santiago. Dad, I know that you watch every episode that you can, especially you out there in Puerto Rico. You try and get whatever reception and shit that you can. My pops just got out of prison. Serving a sentence. He got that clemency order, not because of our current situation, because of our last 4-year situation. So I want to shout out my dad. And my greatest baseball memory was I was in the Big Brother, Big Sister program growing up, right? So I grew up with a mentor. I had a big brother that motherfucker really wasn't my big brother, but I mean, they mentor. It's for people that the Big Brother Big Sister program is kind of like in a way for people that were in my area were in lower income neighborhoods, and I'm gonna just say it. We grew up without having shit. We didn't have shit. Like, I'm not even trying to sugarcoat it. I'm sorry if you grow up in a nice area and shit is handed to you. So yeah, I mean, growing up in Thomas Jefferson Place, we didn't really have shit. Like, we didn't even have fucking nets on our basketball hoops in our public park. We didn't even have, like, we had a public park with like a couple things, but that was about it. They took all the other things away because people were selling drugs at the park. So there'd be these Big Brothers, Big Sisters bus that would come and pick us up. And like my mentor, he was a Marine. Shout out to Tom. I believe it's like Tom Pelsario. I can't remember his last name. Tom had a big influence on my life. And this bus would drive us to a local Arby's. Arby's, because they were affiliated with the program, they would, supply us mad fucking sandwiches. I didn't have like a whole lot of fucking food back then. So now I get like 2-3 fucking sandwiches. We sit in the back of the bus sponsor, tearing shit up. We hit up the game. I think it was actually like my second game. I went to a trip the year before with them. So yeah, it was my second game with the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. We had Camden Yards. The Nationals hadn't came to the DMV area yet. And this motherfucker Miguel Tejada comes up to bat, bro. And Tejada, like Astros fans, this is when I knew that hating Astros were in my blood. Like, this is what I legitimately know. Tejada comes up, rocking that number, that coveted not number 10, bro. I had a number 10 Orioles jersey. And this nigga comes up straight from the Dominican Republic. I'm Dominican, so I'm like, dale. I'm up in the stands, and I'm like ready. And this motherfucker just crack. Sends the shit. Like he hit the first one, foul ball. It was close to my section. I didn't catch it. Crack. His second one, foul ball. My sponsor ends up catching it, giving it to me. But the foul ball was not what was memorable. The foul ball was not what was memorable. Tejada comes up on his third one. Third time's a charm. Just sends that bitch out of fucking Camden Yards. Dog, when I tell you I have never experienced no heat like this in my life. To see a ball sail outside of fucking Camden Yards in the city of Baltimore, knowing how fucked up the city of Baltimore was back then, that shit was intense. Then for him to come back like 2 weeks later, go up against Lance Berkman in the home run derby and demolish and just fucking shit on fucking Lance Berkman's dreams.
Hell yeah.
I knew that I hated the Astros forever. 2 weeks after that, my dad takes my mom out. My mom, she was single at the time, My stepdad at the time, she was just his boyfriend, or he was just her boyfriend at the time. Took her out to Don Shula's restaurant. This motherfucker got me not only Don Shula's signature on a Don Shula steakhouse napkin, but then on that same foul ball, got Miguel Tejada's signature, because my dad was like, "Hey, I'm gonna run into Miguel tonight," and I was like, "Dad, you're not gonna run into Miguel tonight," and he was like, "Little nigga, give me the fucking ball," and then like bucked me into giving him the ball. I gotta say,
dude, that's G as fuck, man. Shout out to that, man. I kind of had the same thing too, like a story like that. I'm surprised I didn't think about it, but yeah, like I came from humble beginnings and like goofy shit. My dad like kind of trying to like provide for me and like put on like I told you like a lot about my like upbringing, my family history. Um, he worked a lot and like I kind of had like a like young baseball coach, and kind of like somebody I really looked at as like a father figure like in my life, like when I was really young. After like my grandpa died, who like was all about baseball and I played baseball and shit like that. And he took me down to like my first couple Indians games. And we went down there with like some of like the players from like our like little team and like really looked up to this dude. And it was kind of almost like a like that hardball movie with fucking Keanu Reeves. Like it was like deep. It was like the first like game and probably like the only game like some of those guys like saw for like the next like 10, 15 years. And it was like a really deep and like bonding experience. So like I kind of like when you said something about that, like your like big brother and like the big brothers big sisters like program, like you're there, like that, it made me remember that and like that cut deep a little bit. So I just want to say like shout out to those people that like are out there and like give back and make all of us like better young men, better like young women, like just better people like in this world and like give back and do things like that.
I got put into that program honestly because my sixth grade teacher, Miss Belcher, she was like, if you keep going down the path that you're going down, you're gonna either end up dead or in jail. And like I ain't take it the right way at that time. And then like my mom, she took action. She was like, you need to make sure that you don't end up in dead or in jail. She's like, she's like, do you want to prove that bitch wrong? And I was like, yeah, mom. So my mom put me, she's like, we're gonna try this and we're gonna see if that keeps you away from like, gang life and shit. I mean, and it did, but it did, but it didn't. Like it did, like if that makes sense.
And part of the reason, man, why I haven't left my city yet is because like I know where I came from, I know where my roots are. Like I love it here, man. And I do like give back and like I do volunteer work for like Boys and Girls Club and like whatever. Like I even last year like I coached like a 7th, 8th grade kids basketball team and it just feels good to like give back to like young minds. It's like why for a fact like I've always talked about like doing life coaching, like motivational speaking. Like I've already done motivational speaking. Like I've already like I've done a lot of goofy shit, man. Like I went to school for a bunch of different shit, fucked around. Like I'm 20 years old. Like I don't have loans anymore. Like I fucking worked my balls off and paid my shit and like really got to a spot. And like I like to give back and like go and like motivational speak and like preach and like help and like try to give back, try to like teach lessons.
Somebody literally took their time out of, and don't get me wrong, like my first sponsor, like my first big brother, like fucking that nigga was terrible. Like he didn't take it, seriously. Like the second one I got, he was not only my sponsor, but my little brother's sponsor. And someone to take their time out of, defending our country and to go and I'm not trying to put like any type of stigma or any type of anything on it, but I am gonna say what it is and what it meant back then. And what it meant for me, my brother back then, for someone to take the time and put their time, like this dude was like he went to a Christian church. They played Christian rock music. Like he used to take me to his church and shit, which was completely different out of my world. But like I still loved and I appreciated it. For him to take his time out of serving his country, serving his fellowship, and coming to, like I said, I'm not trying to put a stigma on it, but to talk to two little black kids, Thursday through Sunday, honestly, he was only supposed to do it on the weekends, but like he'd be there like at the drop of a dime. Yo, like we never told him we ain't had no Christmas gifts. This nigga just put up Christmas gifts, Yep. So I mean, for someone to take their time out of their day and to just show me and my little brother love they did and take us to like I don't consider my first baseball game like my first baseball game. We lost to the Indians then. Nomar Garcia Parra was up, or no, we lost to the Cubs then. My fault. We lost to the Cubs. It was the Cubs.
I was about to say if it was my tribe, it was like Lofton, Ramirez, Omar. Like
it was Nomar Garcia Parra. Garcia Parra fucked us up, and it was against the Cubs.
Nomar.
But I mean, but like for someone to take their time out, just that's how big my first MLB memory was. And that's part of my take where it's like, let's wait till fans can get back into the stands. Because something special. You never know what memories can happen.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, we got one more topic, but before we get into that final topic, which is
Yo, like me and you always talk about some deep shit, some funny shit. Like, I love it, man. I've been missing hanging out with you and the Rum family, man. It's good to be back. But yeah, dude, on that subject that we just touched about, man, like you gotta leave your mark in life. Like, man, like there's good people, and you gotta be one of the good people. You gotta teach humility and perspective, and just like give love, man. Like we're all brothers, like we're all sisters, we're all family in this shit. Like we gotta like really like look out for each other. Like to live life as just like one or like rocket solo. Like don't get me wrong, I'm capable of like going like lone wolf and like doing my own thing. Like I like lone soldier and some shit. It's kind of just a goofy thing about me, but like you're never alone, man. It's all about the people that you can meet in this life, the people you can touch.
bro,
And
because of
at a young age, like have people like that, like the big brother you talked about you had, and like the people I know like I had, and like kept me in the right state of mind, and like where I came from, and like my
Prescott, I remember his name. Scott Prescott. I remember his fucking name.
Hell yeah. But no, man, it's all about those people. Like those people show you love, and you put that love into you, and it's up for you to put that love into other people and leave your mark on this life, man. So for real,
biggest flaw
and fucking cheers to some shit.
That's one of the biggest flaws is that like I've been surrounded by so many people that have shown me so much love, so I try and give that back to people. But some people they get greedy with that shit, and you know they don't understand it, or they take advantage of it, or either not even necessarily take advantage of it, they just don't understand it, you know, or understand how it can happen. I mean, the world's a beautiful place, but at the same time, there's a formula to the world. And I was also one of the people in my lifetime that showed me the formula to the world. You know, they show me, you know, no, like this is how you live your life as a man. This is how, you know, I'm not gonna say I do everything, you know, the right way, the Christian way, you know. I'm not anything as near as what my mentor was. But goddamn it, I walk my own path. I blaze my own path, and I do it in my own way. And I'm a mentor in my own goddamn way, you know. And I teach people right from wrong in my own way. So I mean, that's all that matters. As long as I'm a shining example and I teach people positive and I'm doing what's right, I know he's proud of me. Let's get into our final topic, though.
Hey, but I want to have a drink to like everything that was just done like the past like 5-10 minutes.
I was trying to cheers you up, motherfucker.
All right, my bad. I was looking at the chat, like I'm talking little homie J Love.
Yeah, we got JJ up in here. Cheers to me. Cheers to you all, Rumboyz and girls. What do y'all see that glass? So that Santa Monica, that Cali shit, baby.
Cali shit. Yo, I got the Native American fucking glass today. Got that love for my fucking native blood, man.
Bro, you know me, man. If it ain't an LA thing, then it's a VA thing. 2 up, 2 down. Either way, I tell you, girl, 2 up, 2 down. Hit on the side with the L now.
Hell yeah, dog.
That was beast.
Hell yeah, that flowed right there. I like it.
No, nigga, yo, I miss doing shows with you, bro. I love you, fam. You ready to do it,
too, man? It's been a minute, but yeah, let's get into this final topic and
So, dog, I know that your Yellow Jackets got off on us last year, right? But how do you realistically feel this year in reaction to the NHL possibly fully canceling the NHL season and just going into Stanley Cup playoffs?
That would suck, man. Like my jacket's been showing some promise, and like they look pretty good, but I don't know. Like I'm not so big into hockey. Like I got a lot of love for the Yellow Jackets. I really like my Lake Area Monsters, but like that's just because like they're in the land and they're so local. Well, yeah, you're cool. You're cool. You said Yellow Jackets, but
I've been calling it CBL, you know.
Yeah, I know you're too used to that. But yeah, like I like my Blue Jackets. I like other teams too, but like I love me some hockey. I would hate to like see it like not go on. Like I don't know. I like all sports, man. I just like sports. Like sports bring people together, man. Like fans of other like teams and shit like that. Like I like vibing and kiki ha and like talking and debating and talking shit. Like I like sports to be around, man. I don't want to see like another league kind of be just suspended. I even want to see the NBA come back. Like I don't care. I want to see the NBA playoffs happen. I hope fucking I hope everybody was fucking serious. I hope governors and states and everything like locked this shit down and we're serious about it, and it just burns the fuck out because like I want to get back to a normal everyday life and I want my fucking sports back, man.
Oh, you do not want to know. Have you looked at what Wisconsin did today?
No, what?
Wisconsin pretty much made it to where we're going to be on lockdown for maybe a little bit longer.
Fuck.
So these motherfuckers held their goddamn primaries right when all the sports were talking about coming back, at least within May, right? And these motherfuckers held their location or held their elections, dropped their locations from 180 to only 5 operating locations and took away the ability to mail in your vote. We're trying to get off of lockdown, not stay on lockdown. We're trying to get out of quarantine, not stay on quarantine.
No, but dude, we need to be serious about it. Like, I'm tired of like the like half stepping or like the like bullshit. Like,
dude, they did today. That was literally today, dude.
No, I know it's been extended. Like even Trump came forward. Like I don't mean to like bring like politics and like what's going on. Like
I'm not trying to either, but you're right. Like we're trying to get at least Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Stanley Cup Finals. I want to see NBA playoffs. Like don't play with me. Like we want our sports, man. Like we want to be serious about this shit and we want it to burn out and get back to normal everyday life. But
whole state, the city of Milwaukee, where the Bucks play, have one station open. If you're not gonna like, I don't mean to be the conspiracy theorist, but one station open. You went from 180 to only 5 open across the whole entire state, and only one of them is open in Milwaukee. The Bucks are gonna be in the Eastern Conference fucking Finals. Why would you fuck them over?
Nope. I don't know. We've talked about this before on other pods. Like I know other people listen back and heard that shit. They're gonna hear it now. If I don't keep that same energy and keep my same take, I don't think it's gonna be the Bucks, dog. Like they're lucky that like the season did get temporarily suspended and like stopped so they could like rest up. But I don't know. I made some fucking takes earlier. I really think like Giannis is gonna fucking blow it again. And I don't know if they can hang.
I just want life back to normal.
I do just want life back to normal, but like we do need to be like serious about this shit. Like, dude, this shit is like for real, and like it's only about to get like goofier in like this next week or like the week after, and like we really need to like just let it fizzle out, dude, and like move the fuck on. Everybody needs to do their due diligence and be smart about shit. Like,
exactly. Like here's the thing, people. If the NHL regular season is canceled and we move into just Stanley Cups Finals, it's the way that it is. And we move into NBA Finals, it's the way that it is. People are going to bitch. People are going to complain. This is a life lesson for all of us. When pandemics happen, we need to be ahead of this shit. You know, Nick, you as also not just a resident fanalist, but the resident nutritionist, I feel like you've been telling people forever, take care of your fucking body, take care of yourself. Fucking do that.
Man. And yeah. I don't mean to like plug nutrition and like looking out for yourself, man, but like with this going on, like, dude, this is a fucking strong bug, dude. It's a foul fucking virus. Like all you guys out there, like you really need to pay attention to your immune systems, and you need to even just beef up your immune systems. Like fuck metabolism and fucking fat loss and body image and body composition, having a certain body. Like you need to ingest foods that are gonna fucking boost your immune system, and supplements are gonna boost your immune system. Get your fucking extra zinc. Take a fuckload of motherfucking zinc, iron, vitamin C. Get you some good sleep. Like make sure your immune system is fucking ready to where if you do get this shit or contract this shit, or you are a carrier of this shit, that it is not as strong like within you, and that you can fight it off and you're not affected from it long term. Even though like I know for a fact, like the research I've done with it, like it's always going to give you respiratory issues and be involved in your body one way or another once you get it or contract it. but there are certain things you could do to boost your immune system. Like I said, get your zinc, get your iron, get your vitamin C, get plenty of sleep. Try to eat more like selenium, coronium, like stuff like that, like nutrient rich stuff. Like eat that. Like don't eat your bullshit like box foods and preservative laden and filler fucking laden foods. Like eat good, wholesome fucking foods. Go to the store and buy a fuckload of frozen vegetables and fucking store protein away and eat fucking shellfish and
Yes.
if you can, and fucking eggs and freeze milk and freeze eggs and like really do it right. Freeze bananas, freeze fruit, freeze fucking everything, and go for the long term bunker down.
That's what my household has been doing, Nick. And I find it ironic that you say that because all the things that you just mentioned is all the shit that all of you forgot to go and buy during your quarantine, during your panic buying. I've been buying shellfish, seafood, salmon, all the shit that all of you look at when you walk past the market, you're like, that might be a little bit too expensive for my budget. That shit that's too expensive for your budget is actually probably going to be what's going to keep you healthy right now.
Is going to have you better, like immune boosting foods and like stuff like that is going to be better, like high protein, like keeping your body at an optimum level to fucking fight off this shit if you do get it. To get just like a box full of shitty ass complex carbs and fucking fillers and bullshit from the middle aisles, it's going to do nothing but fucking make you feel sick, make you feel like shit, and you're going to fucking put on weight too with this if it fucking, like when it does come out of time with this shit. But bro, it's like, guess how many eggs I got in my fridge right now?
Oh, you gotta have 36 plus. I'm at least rocking with 36 at a time.
I have 140 something eggs in my fridge right now.
Yeah.
No.
I just restocked up. I'm back up. I went down. It's almost like 18. I got 36 eggs in the fridge right now. I got so much in terms of like I got pounds of salmon and like just stupid shit that like there's just protein and just anything and everything that I can get my hands on that's healthy. You know, I know that it sounds weird. I know that you guys come here to be like, well, it's the Rumboyz. Like the Rumboyz are still the Rumboyz. We just do what the fuck.
And people like I didn't talk about like, all right, as a nutritionist, like one of the biggest things that people are deficient, like omega-3 is fucking goated as fuck. Get you some, or eat you some fucking eggs or some fish and get that shit. Eat avocado, eat healthy fats, eat good stuff like that. But one thing that is very fucking slept on, it's always slept on. Even before coronavirus, it was slept on. Literally, like almost 60% of our country is like vitamin D deficient. Like, not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets it from sunlight. Like, yeah, it's fucking said it takes like 15, 30 minutes for some people out in the sunlight. For darker shades of people, like, you know, my brothers and sisters out there, like it could take an hour, it could take 2 hours out there in the sun to get you optimum vitamin D absorption in your body. Take a vitamin D supplement in these times. Like a lot of people are already deficient in it. It's one of those vitamins that like will like help your immune system and help a lot of other systems with you. It'll help your central nervous system. It'll help like cognitive function, like a lot of shit like that. Like get that in your body. Like do not sleep on that. And I said other ones like vitamin D is big. Zinc is fucking huge. A lot of people are zinc deficient, and zinc is like I swear, like I even read an article the other day from like a medical source and like a reputable source like I've gone to in the past. I'm not gonna like shut them out or like bring any shade or any traffic to their shit, but zinc is very fucking good for like this corona fucking virus, this bug. Like I said, vitamin C. Get you elderberry in your system. Get you like shit inside of mushrooms. Like the natural bacteria is inside of mushrooms will help your gut health and help counteract this thing. Like I said, selenium, fresh garlic, like stuff like that. Like if you like licorice, if you like complex B vitamins will also help in these times. Like really like look after and dial in, like prep up and stock up on like certain things to protect your body and like build up your immune system, because there's a chance that like you could get this and not be as affected if you do the right shit to prep your body and like last it out till this thing fucking dies.
And that's one of, and those are honestly some of the words and some of the seriousness and some of the passion behind this that I feel like on this show that I've been trying to get out of people. I'm working on bringing a virologist on. I would like to have you featured on that episode as well. But I mean, my job is to bring you sports, but my job is also being a reporter. I want to make sure that I keep all of you safe. I want all of you safe because that means that we can all keep sharing the experience of growing this community together, because we've all been in this together. We've all been in this together for almost 2 years plus now. And I also want to keep you guys safe, and I want to keep you guys informed and keep you guys informed with the right information. And there's a lot of misinformation going on right now. Like, trust me, I'm dealing with it personally in my own locker room, my own football teammates, and we're not even practicing together anymore. I think that may have a lot to do with it, is that we're not in the same fucking locker room anymore. So everyone's just saying whatever the fuck they want to on social media.
Yep.
For real, guys, stay informed. If you want to, I'm not going to say that we are the source in the wherewithal and end all. I will say that we are going to be the source for your break. If we do talk about what's happening in the natural climate, we are going to be as informative and as positive as possible, and also making sure that we are on the right side of history, because, well, our brand, our company name lies on it, to be honest. I don't hide anything from any of our fans, any of our viewers, any of our subscribers, followers, anything like that. So I love and I appreciate everyone that came in and tuned in. And I really appreciate you, Nick, for giving those nuggets at the end of this episode. And I think that maybe the debates were great. The knowledge that we dropped were great. But having that knowledge about the vitamins and different things you'd be putting into your body right now, I think that's the greatest thing you can take away from this episode.
Yeah, I'll say like it's been a fucking pleasure and refreshing to be back. It's been a little bit. I've been missing you guys. And I finally like had time to be on with you. And you know, with me, like I know a lot about sports. Like I'll talk sports, and I always look at things perspective based and like play devil's advocate and like really like cycle it through like my processes and like have a certain way about shit. But I think like nutrition and health and like other stuff, like other aspects of life are very important. And I love intellectually like strong, like deep conversations about like other shit besides sports, like life, love, like stuff like that, like to really like dive down a different road, like deep intellectual hard conversation, dude, gets me hard. It's why I wake up every day. It's why I feel like I was put here. So like I like to talk about other things. Like I'll talk about sports all day. I'll talk about nutrition all day. I'll talk about how to be a better man or woman and like motivational and like life coaching, like type things like that. It's just it's who I am, man. And it's really cool to be back and be fucking with you and co-hosting again. I've been kind of missing it. This quarantine's got everybody fucked up. Like we're all in a goofy ass weird place, man.
Schedules are all fucked up. If you guys remember me and Nick, we were routine. We had it. We were coming to you guys twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday. We had you guys. We love you guys. I mean, and we still love you guys. And just embracing into your homes. We were over you guys' Google Home, Amazon speakers, on your big screen TVs. We're gonna get back to that the best that we can. And we're just really gonna make sure that as a whole network, we are here for you guys. Nick, feel free to drop your link to your show, to your channel in the chat. But we're here for you guys. We love and appreciate you guys. All the advice that we give, whether it's sports related or not, even if it's nutrition, you know, Nick, you're here to provide that expertise. it's because motherfuckers legitimately love and care about you.
100%. And
you guys can feel free to hit us up in Discord. I'm gonna drop that Discord link here right now in the chat. Also, you know, aside from associating with us in the Discord, pick up some Rumboyz drip. We're gonna have some Rumboyz drip up for you guys. I'm working on a way where any investment of a Rumboyz piece during between now and the end of April, we're gonna send that into hospitals, into local hospitals here where I live. I can at least control the local hospital influx here in Colorado, and plus we're a hot spot. So yeah, I mean, we're trying to do things that we can help everyone get over this.
Yep.
And
to your, like, man, I love it, man. I love the chemistry. I love Kiki haha and kicking it with you all the time, man. Like, we talk about sports, like we talk about life, like funny shit, like we crack jokes, we talk shit. We talk about like nutrition, like it could go to like any avenue, and that's what I like about like interacting with people, is because like I don't stray away from any conversation or any discussion. Like nothing's too fucking raw or too rough for me. And that like deep philosophical, like intellectual thought and conversation like really gets me going, man. And then
you're really gonna like
talk about that shit, because there's a lot more to this life than sports, and it's like how to be as a person. And like I always love to give back, and I got love for all you guys in the community, like in every community. Like I want to touch and help out as many people in this life before I go, and just share my message, and hopefully like that message gets shared after I get out of this life and I'm gone. But
you're really gonna like the surprise booking that I have for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna be there with you. I mean, I'm gonna be watching as a fan, but
let's fucking go.
I love you.
Fucking go. Hey, I already poured a shot. Let's go.
No, I just want to, but I mean, before I even pour it, I just want you to know, like, I love you. And this show that you're gonna be featured on, I'm gonna pretty much start gassing it up now. But this show that you're gonna be featuring on it's gonna be something special. It's gonna be something special, bro. So I just want you to know that.
Hell yeah. Yo, I appreciate it, man. You're not gonna be on with me though? Come on.
I'm gonna be watching, but this is something that's purely just for you, and this is as a brother and as a friend and as a family member of yours. I gotta let you have your spotlight.
Ooh, bro, come on, man. I could share it with you. I could share it with any of these fuckers in here.
No,
I got love for everybody, man. I'm not like that. I give back.
No, Jimmo, I'm gonna give you Nick's number, nigga. Jimmo, you've been asking to get Nick on the show. I'm fucking just saying it. Jimmo, you've been wanting Nick on the show. I'm gonna get you Nick.
Yo, you need to come with too, dog. I want everybody to eat, man. I got love for everybody, man. I'm not gonna play alone. Come on.
I just featured on a podcast last night. It was nothing, you know. But hey, yo, let's pour up.
Dude, I already got one. Let's fucking go. We Irish over here. Come on now.
Motherfucker, we Italian. I'm Jamaican. Italian, nigga. Yeah, yo. This is the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This has been the Rum Report. This has been a beautiful, organic episode of the Rum Report. 2 hours and 30 minutes into this bitch with the two hottest fucking hosts on the internet. We burned this bitch hard in Kim Kardashian's ass. Ladies and gentlemen, we love and appreciate you guys. Spike that like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, your mamas, your cousins, your second cousins twice removed. Lil Ray Ray in jail needs this content right now. too. Hit me up, hit us up at Rumboyz spelled as ZNET on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My G. Ayo Nick. Ayo Nick. Ayo Nick.
Ayo Robbie.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the boys and girls want to do. We love it. Appreciate all of you. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly family. Love. Be safe, all y'all.
I love y'all. Greatest show on the internet. Yeah, bitch.